We have a first look at ROH, the new company, the new logo, the new branding, the new event announcement, and also TV deal information. Guys, everything you need to know, I will throw it up on the screen in just a bit. Also, 2 AEW top stars possibly injured at Forbidden Door. It keeps happening. It appears to be getting worse and worse. And then, of course, we got some shocking news. Guys, let's just jump into it. Cody Rhodes is going to be in the AEW video game. And this is something that I find to be extremely interesting. But as a fan, I cannot complain about this. I'm assuming the reason for this is because AEW's video game is very, very focused on the single-player campaign storyline mode and its online modes. As you guys know, the AEW video game will not have like a general manager mode or anything like that. It's not going to have a universe mode. And I believe, Kenny Omega basically revealed that, he essentially said, hey, Cody's in the game. They're going to preserve his legacy. But in my opinion, I think that they did this sure, as a show of respect, but also I have a feeling that Cody Rhodes may be very much involved in the storyline of the actual video game. And obviously the game, we don't know when it's going to come out. The expectation is by September for All Out. But if the game is, if Cody Rhodes is part of the story mode or whatever it may be, I imagine it would be pretty difficult or too time consuming or maybe even just flat out too expensive to change it at this point. As a fan of wrestling video games and as a fan of Cody Rhodes, I really can't see how this is a bad thing. When you look at AEW and WWE games, there's going to be people playing this game who won't even know the people on the roster because some people just buy wrestling video games for fun. I imagine if this game is very fun, that's all that really matters. I can't really see why somebody would complain about this. I think it's a good move. It may not make sense business-wise. I don't think we would ever see this happen with WWE. Especially when Cody Rhodes, had he not been injured, he would still be part of the biggest storyline. He is considered the number 2 guy in WWE. So just ultimately, thumbs up for me. I don't know why they're doing this. Again, my guess was because of the storyline, but the story mode. But at the end of the day, I'm curious to see what he looks like in the game, man. This is, we don't know too much about the game. Kenny Omega just revealed this, and it's kind of exciting. So, yeah, I guess I can't find anything wrong with that. All right, guys, AEW Forbidden Door, great pay-per-view. We talked about it live on Twitch, but how about Jon Moxley and Adam Cole possibly being injured? It's an interesting time period for wrestling because there's a lot of top stars within WWE and AEW who are plagued by injuries. And right now, when you look at AEW, their injured list is something that Tony Khan is not shying away from. In fact, he mentioned this at the media scrum, and it's just one of those things that, you really can't prevent injuries. But I asked you guys in a previous video, what would you do differently if you are AEW and or WWE, and how would you try to minimize injuries? And realistically, nobody has really come up with an answer that makes sense because, truth be told, AEW has a pretty light schedule. And obviously, WWE has a little bit more extreme schedule, but it appears that AEW has way more injured people. Now, I've seen some people say, oh, well, maybe lower the spots or change the work rate or whatever it may be. But guys, accidents happen in pro wrestling. I don't know if Jon Moxley is going to be sidelined. I don't know if Adam Cole is going to be sidelined. It appears to be concussion injuries. If anything, they might need some time away, but there's no official confirmation from AEW. Jon Moxley obviously took a pretty damn beating. He was all bloodied up at Forbidden Door. And you know what, man? Jon Moxley is just absolutely incredible at what he does. Hopefully these injuries aren't serious. And hopefully we get them back on TV soon. I think we have reached a very, very interesting point in wrestling because AEW does have a very bloated roster. What I would say is that if you're on the AEW roster, the best thing to do right now is just show that you can go. AEW is not character-centric. And because they're not character-centric, they are looking at the best wrestlers who can connect with the crowd and the audience. And I think the best thing is if you are on the AEW roster, this is a fantastic time, whether you are on Dark, Rampage, or Dynamite. This is a fantastic time to show Tony Khan what you can do because Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, Jon Moxley, Adam Cole, Darius Martin, there's just so many people injured. The Bunny is injured, and just when you look at everybody who's injured, there's nothing good that comes out of it. But because AEW has a very bloated roster, this is an opportunity for some people to get on screen that maybe they haven't been on TV in a while, and this is a good opportunity for them to show what they can do. I don't want to see AEW bring in a whole bunch of wrestlers, through this Forbidden Door. They have a lot of talent that aren't being used, and they have a lot of talent that are injured. Bring them in, see what they can do, and try to get some people over in the meantime. Because once these people come back and once these people are featured in prominent storylines, it's just going to make it that much harder for other people to get the screen time. And that is one of the biggest issues or concerns about AEW. The reason why we complain about having such a big roster is because we want to see certain people on TV and they're not on TV. So the solution to that is when there is a time period in which they are able to get on TV, get them on TV. And, whatever's happening with Jon Moxley and Adam Cole, once we get the updates, I'll bring them to you. But just kind of keep that in mind. It's very important that people understand you can't really prevent these injuries. You could try to work a little bit safer, but accidents frickin' happen, dude. There's really nothing you can do. It doesn't matter what company you're in, AEW or WWE, shit's going to happen, and you just kind of got to deal with it. Now, with that being said, guys, this is the new ROH. And honestly, I'm super excited about bringing you guys this video because realistically, we have been waiting for so much information on ROH, and AEW, they've been kind of quiet, and Tony Khan's been kind of quiet. But here it is, guys. This is the new ROH. So basically, what they did was they revealed the new logo. They changed everything over late last night. They added a new banner and officially announced Death Before Dishonor. It's taking place in Lowell, Massachusetts, Saturday, July 23rd. So now we have a pay-per-view less than a month away. And then tickets go on sale Friday. So ROH tickets or AEWtickets.com, $29 plus fees. So on the banner, we have all of the champions. We have plus Jay Lethal. We have FTR. We have John Gresham, Wheeler Yuta, Mercedes Martinez, and of course, Samoa Joe. I don't know exactly what their plans are for this event because Tony Khan is being, pretty quiet. But it appears that it's going to be another banger of a card because AEW and Tony Khan specifically is trying to keep some momentum going towards ROH. And if you guys didn't know by watching the last week Rampage, putting Lee Moriarty and, of course, John Gresham together, there's a purpose for that. So now they also dropped some merchandise as well. So this is how you know everything's for sure. ShopHonor.com. But everything here is linked between AEW and ROH. So just keep that in mind. Everything that you're seeing here is literally between both companies. What's really interesting, though, is at the media scrum, Tony Khan did actually confirm that this pay-per-view will be available on Bleacher Report. So this is the first sign of ROH and its distribution plans with Warner Media Bros. Discovery. So this is big news because obviously I think everybody at this point, I know when I first talked about Ring of Honor getting bought by Tony Khan, I mentioned True TV. Now, I don't know what plans they actually have for live television. There are some rumors that Tony Khan may be exploring streaming deals and streaming rights for Ring of Honor, but they are going to keep it within the AEW Warner Brothers family, which means AEW and ROH pay-per-views will both be on Bleacher Report. This is a big win if you're excited for ROH. The only thing is what's going to happen with that roster. And I hope AEW gets things sorted out pretty quickly because, again, when you talk about that bloated roster and you talk about injuries, if we could just kind of have an understanding of who is going to be an ROH talent versus who is going to be an AEW talent, it will make a lot of sense. And obviously sharing talent between both brands, there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't want ROH to feel like another AEW show. You kind of want it to have it stand out on its own. Otherwise, it's just joining Dark, Rampage, Elevation, and Dynamite. And I don't think that's going to be the case here. But the graphics, everything looks good. Presentation looks good. And I'm so glad that they chose this logo versus that shitty one we originally revealed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below.